When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. The Bruins will put total leather to crank us up. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So the Utah Utes offense will go on the attack first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's got to make a statement today.
So UCLA's offense will go to work for the first time today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not good. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive play.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Bruins send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. He'll pull it on the read. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Catch in the middle, it's Marshall. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Bruins want to crank the tempo. Now the play fake. That's caught, it's Shaw. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Caught in the backfield. It's ball. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Virginia Tech is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off.
Williams will pass.
It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Stanford. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Utes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback making checks. They'll run play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Utes are moving quickly down the field.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
And the Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Williams looking for a man. He's moving out of the pocket. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
The give to the tailback. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Moves away as he feels pressure. Turning it on. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
The Utes will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utah! Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. UCLA will go back to work on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
This offense has it with really good field position. Williams will pass. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Utes. No step back at week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Shoot, quick toss to the right. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Got it behind the line. It's ball. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. Sweet cut there. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Bruins are flying down the field.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time.
Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. There he goes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Offense in an empty set. Williams looking for a man. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this 1st half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Finds his man open.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Wants to throw again. Touchdown, Utah! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Punch it out of the air. They stop him before he can get to the first down marker, but he does cross the 50 and now to be fourth down. The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He makes the catch at the 10. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Williams will pass. Got a man. It's Napier. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Brake. At the 45 on his way. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. And the Utes with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Looking to fire. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. On the run, deep down the right side. Intercepted to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Lawson. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. To the air on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Williams looking for a man. He slings it deep to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, he's got some space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Utes!
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Wants to go up top on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. He breaks a tackle, picks up the first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Might as well give it to him again. Hard running there. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Williams will pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Napier. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the 2nd half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Gonna look downfield again. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Ball. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. The RPO fired complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the...
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Bruins will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Williams looking for a man. Quickly out to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Snags it inside the 20.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
He wants to change this route. From the gun. Looking to the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Makes a man miss. Looking for more room. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Looking for room, it's ball. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down. And this up.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Got it inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Across the 45. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll do it himself. Makes it past the marker. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Here comes the option. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is the guy that, listen, we're in the
Touchdown, Utah! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just
can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what...
Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's... Wait, the long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did. And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
The Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Jones to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. It's caught downfield. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Utes are on the move. Got his man in the middle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Touchdown, Utes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Nice move there. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll try it over the left side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? The Utes decide to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the returner will be brought down. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up.
There he goes. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Jones wants to throw it. Snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, this defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the slant.
Rushes on him. And he was flat. Missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated.